Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I was going to tell you another story about the doctor. About 10 years ago, I was trying that new, stuff that makes your hair grow. It said right on the label, it said, your hair will grow back. So I tried that stuff for like, look at this. I mean, we're talking runway here. I tried that stuff for about, 3 or 4 months. Nothing ever happened. I noticed here a couple of weeks ago that same company was advertising it had a whole different slogan this time. The new slogan said, keep the hair you got. Well, that ain't going to work. So I went to this hair doctor and I said, Doc, I got me a reverse mohawk here and you got to do something about it. I said, when I was, 16 years old, I could get out of the shower and do this. It was cool. I had long blonde hair. I ain't got nothing now. I mean, you know what? I'm getting sunburned. I need some camouflage. I need my crop to grow back. So he said he could do a transplant. I said, really? I said, well, what's that pertain of? He said, $6,000. I said, yeah, I don't know the price, but what are you going to do for me? He said he's going to transplant hair and put it on my head, and it's going to grow, and I'm going to look younger. I said, okay. So they did some tests and stuff on my head. Told me to come back a week later. Well, I showed up about a week later. I went in there and they put me in one of them little skirts, where your ass hangs out because you can't tie it because it started, back here. He got me on the gurney and he knocked me out, I guess. He knocked me out because I don't remember anything after I laid on the gurney. I woke up, I looked in the mirror, and of course I was kind of groggy, I looked in the mirror and I had a full head of hair. A full head of hair. It was beautiful. I mean, it was everywhere. He told me it's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks before I could actually, trim it or cut it. I said, okay, a little bushy, Well, I got home that night, and I was having a proud moment, I got hair back. My wife wasn't sure about all that hair. Well, anyway, right before I got ready to get in the shower, and scrub up, I noticed my groin was itching. So I scratched, and then I noticed my butt was itching really bad, So I scratched there, and I got naked and got ready to get in the shower, and I looked back at the mirror, checking myself out as I always do. I looked back in the mirror, and below, my whole butt was bald. There wasn't no hair on my butt. He took it all off, I think. I looked down here when I got in the shower, and he took all that off too. I'm confused. So I called the doctor the next day, and I said, hey, we got to talk. And I went over there and had another meeting with him. It's about 4 or 5 days later. I said, doctor, there's a couple of things I've learned about this hair. I said, one, the areas you took it off of. Explain that to me. He said, well, that's the best hair to get. I said, okay. I said, but I got a few problems I'm having with it. I said, one, whenever I, get a little excited, my hair stands up. I said, every time I pass some gas or take a dump, my hair stands up. And another thing, Doc, this stuff's a little fumy. I said, is there any way we can get the stink out of it? And the most thing I think I said to the doctor was, it's very unmanageable. I mean, no matter which way you comb it, it just does what it wants to do. And I was kind of embarrassed, on the fact that he didn't explain to me where he was going to get the hair from. I thought he was going to transplant it from somebody else. Not off me. I got a lot of hair on my back. He didn't touch that. He went down there and got that other stuff. So anyway, next time you go to get a transplant, and have your hair fixed, I had him take it all back out. Because I figure I'll just buy a hat. $5 hat, take care of my problem. But you might want to do some research first and ask them where they're going to get the hair. Because there ain't no telling. I'm sure if there was a baboon standing around somewhere, they'd shave his ass too and stick it on there. Anyway, I gotta go back to work. I'll see you all later.